Hey, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've been gone so long. I mean, Mom passed away, which was kind of a blessing. She was in a rest home for 8 years, almost 8 years. And Dad, you know, he went up and fed her all the time. The last 3 years she was completely immobilized. And then he passed away 4 weeks to the day after. And so I was planning funerals and looking for tombstones and final bills and taxes, and then all through all that I got a puppy that's falling around in the house trying to keep this house clean, and my cat got almost ran over by a truck. That he gets in the way. He just loves to, he don't care, he didn't understand tires, I guess, because he'd flop down right under a tire, and I'm surprised he wasn't hit before now. So that's Spot, by the way, not Lucky. I don't know if you've seen Spot. Anyway, that was, of course, late at night, so it's an emergency run to go see if he was need to be put down. It looked like he broke his hip or something. He filleted his leg completely open and ripped the other one and disjointed the other one that it can't be fixed. I can't afford to fix it, so he's gonna hobble, and that's the way it is. It like tore inside of his like groin area. I don't know what that is on a cat, but like that was all tore up. His whole back end was a mess, and so I thought I'd have to put him down, but he didn't have a broken bone. He just tore him up pretty hard, and he's doing pretty good now. He's getting to where he's got a cone of shame on, because he is anyway. He figures it out, but he's not supposed to groom himself down there, and that's getting almost done. But he's he had a mod box, the litter box. I mean, it's just been trying to keep this house clean. It's just, anyway, enough of that. Let's I want to get back in this hobby. I'm going crazy. I've been like, I got to get back on here. Let's answer comments, things that I missed, trying to comment on other stuff. I don't have any money to play, but I do have some parts for this, and I've got a couple of kits that I've stocked up on that I'll be getting out. I'll probably do an unboxing and building on this thing. You'll see what it is. But right now I want to open this thing. This is my Class 1 build for competitions, and I've got 1 through 4. I'm kind of reworking a couple of them at some point when I get more money, but Class 1 is basically stock chassis. I mean, very little, no bumpers, so we don't have bumpers on this thing. I cut them off. And shock straight them down. Up to 58 millimeter tires. I'm actually doing some tire testing. You have to cover the tire by 30% of the tire. So I'm at about 50, you know, with the fender flares. And then other than that, you can do whatever. It has to be brushed. It has to stay brushed. Whatever motor you want, but brushed. And so that's kind of what I was doing here. And stock axles, because for 2 reasons. On the tables we compete on, they're very narrow. The gates are real narrow, are fairly narrow. So a wider car like a TRX-4M or something like that, you could get close to hitting the gates. In fact, like the Apex, for example, people are competing with that in Class 3. That's really hard to get through because it's so wide. But this one, I just keep them narrow. And people are like, how do you get this to turn so sharp? With, as you know, SCX24s, you can't turn very sharp. They're about like that. So I've got a way to do that, and I'll show you how to do that. It's real easy to do. It requires a couple of pieces, but it's really not bad. So we're going to do that to this. This won't be a competition truck. We're just going to have fun with this. But we're going to go out and I'll turn them and show you the difference between stock and modifications that I've done to mine, just so you get like, oh, yeah. So let's get this thing open. And I mean, you've seen this stuff. I mean, people have opened these. You know what's in them, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then we're going to shut this off and go out and do a little bit of running, right? Just kind of testing to show you what I'm talking about. So let's get this thing out of here. Oh yeah, orange 4Runner. I was actually looking at some of these in real life, and this body style, people know this was the good one. And people, 50,000 miles, 2 years old, they want retail price. Yep. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like that. How does this connect here? Oh, it just pops in. Okay, yeah, I knew that. I knew that. I did. Kind of pushes on it or something. There we go. All right, well, and the battery and the little tiny motor and all this kind of stuff. So, Proline tires, that's cool. Of course, they're oil-filled shocks. These don't have a whole lot of articulation, if you ever noticed that. Probably that's why this body works okay. Anyway, this is cool. It's a hard body, so this won't be a comp truck, but I've got some fun things to mess with this. It'll be pretty neat. So let's what else we got? Of course, we got our tools or lack of tools. Bind plug, hex wrench, things for the shocks, instruction manual. I don't need any of that. Got plenty of these. And the remote. I probably will not change this out. I might. It requires another ESC, and I don't have the money for that, so it's going to have this in it for a minute. But of course, the Spectrum basic remote, I've seen these before. You got Armas, you got anything with the Spectrum stuff in it from Horizon Hobby, you're going to have that. So that is basically that. Basically, I think this is similar in wheelbase, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's the same. So it's basically the same links and things. So cool. All right, well, let's shut off, head outside, and turn these two things so you can see the difference. And then the next video I work on that, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we'll catch you in a minute. That's Buster. This is take 2 because he ran off with my body clip and tried to take my radio away, and don't beat the tape measure. Get away from there. Jeez. He's super excited. Outside running around. He's a Chihuahua, but he's a different kind. He's not the Taco Bell type. He's shorter legs and fluffier. I don't know. I like him. He's a nut though. Anyway, these are the two cars. This is my class 1. This is the reason why I picked the Jeep. Of course, this wasn't out yet, but for class 1 with no bumper rules, you can see the tires stick out, much better clearance. This is going to be just a fun run, but this is what I compete with. So I'm running a smaller battery here. It's a 242 cell. I've got a Injora, I think it's a 48 turn 0.050. Again, stock chassis, upgraded. Don't eat my radio. Leave it alone. I'm gonna put this in the house. Hold on. Don't pull on, don't pull on it, buddy. Dog. All right, anyway, I was noticing in here, in this new design, the battery is considerably smaller, and I don't know, it might be lighter, so that's kind of cool. Don't eat the remote, dog. Quit chewing on that. Don't. That's foam. Don't eat that. Go away. Anyway, again, this is all stock. Dog, don't pull that away. He's so excited. Don't eat that thing. Dummy. We better get this over with. All right, let's do this one first. I don't even close it down. And then we'll do this one. He actually ran off with my clip here a minute ago. I had to go chase him down. He was eating this. I'm like, that's steel. Don't do that. All right, stock first. Turning left. I guess I better turn on the radio here. Okay, let's see. Oh, wind's up out here. It's kind of blowing today. Let's put a rock here behind it to hold it in place and it'll blow away. All right. Okay, we're gonna pull out past it. Let's start at the rear tires. So we're gonna turn. It's catching the thing. Let's put this back. Have to hold it. Kind of holding it with one hand here, trying to drive and do everything. All right. So we're right at about 24.5 inches is where we're going to come through on the front tire. Of course, it's going to pull the back tire in a little more, about 20, just under 24, 23.5 on the rear. And then we'll go right the next time. Okay, let's leave that right there. Pull the Jeep over here, put the rear tire in. There we go. Now, one of the reasons is not just the mod, but I also have an overdrive setup. I'm running about 30% overdrive. So we are about 12 3/8 on the front. We'll pull the back tire through, I'm guessing about 12 1/4, 10 1/4, roughly 10 right there. So I'm running 30% overdrive on this too. So it's pulling those back tires around tighter as we come around. I don't remember if I did it in the rear. There's one for the rear and then stock in the front to create that overdrive, or if I put both. I don't remember how I set this one up. They're about 30%, 32 if I do it the other way, which isn't a big deal. So they're basically 30 on top of steering much tighter that way. All right, let's flip this around and we'll go the other way just to show the difference. So hold please. It is nice and cold out here. All right, rear tire set up. We're going to turn right. Again, servo rate is fully tight. You going to chase that leaf? All right, here we go. Oop, catching that cord. There we go. Caught that again. Now, overdrive would help this, but not as much as the turning. We're way past on this side. 29 5/8 ish for the front tire. We're going to pull the back tire in about 27 3/4, 5/8 there for the back tire. Straight off. All right, Jeep next. Oop, we're blowing this way. Wind just can't make up its mind which way it's going. No, dog, what are you doing? All right. A little bit off on that. Okay. So the Jeep, and then we'll put, no, dog, don't eat the truck. Go get your toys. What are you doing? You're screwing me up, dog. All right, ready, set, go. Don't bother the truck. Don't pull it off the line. Come on. And we are about 14 1/4. 12, about 12 and a quarter right there. Straight off. So that's basically the difference between stock and modded with more overdrive on this one. This one will have overdrive too. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the gears in this, or the mods on this one in the front axle, and then leave it stock, try it again, and then I'll put the overdrive in and see what difference that makes. That'll be in an upcoming video. So thanks for joining me. But where is he? Oh, all right, whatever. Come back here. Don't go back there. You get stuck behind there. Come on, dummy. Come here. Come on, come on. Okay, good. He's starting to learn. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.